guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and if you're not, then like I said, welcome. Today I'm actually going to be doing a little video, like a little story time. I'm going to share the time where I almost got kidnapped. And yes, so if you like these kind of videos, just leave a comment down below, and like I said, let's get to the video. Okay guys, so I was younger. I was in elementary school. I believe I was like in 5th grade, and I used to take my little brother with me to school. So we were walking home or whatever, and he had one of them little push bags, them little backpacks that have the wheels on them. So I remember we was walking home, and then every time we'd walk home, like literally every time, there was like a mobile home. So there was like a house right down almost by where we lived, at the very, like at the stop sign. And I believe they were like fruit pickers or something, because every time it rained they were home, and there was like 12 or 15 men that lived in that one house itself. So they weren't there all the time, but when it was a bad weather type of thing, they were literally home. So at this point, me and my brother walking home. You know, my brother at the time is probably like 5 or 6 years old, and I'm probably like 11 years old. And we're just walking home, and all of a sudden there's this bunch of guys just outside of the patio, and it was cloudy that day. So the guy comes out, and he's like laughing, talking among his friends and stuff, and they are around from their 20s to their 40s. You know, they're all different ages, and they speak no English. So they're all there speaking Spanish, da, 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 and then they start whistling. So then my brother, he was real little, and he flicked them the bird, and I'm like, Junior, I was like, don't do that, because I was scared that they would come towards me. So I was trying to tell him to don't do it, let's just go, forget it. And he was like, no, no, no. He's like, I don't care why they whistling, they're so disrespectful. You know, he was real little, and I was scared. You know, at this time I was thinking of all the bad stuff that they could do. So they were just like still steady trying to come at us and stuff like that. So we keep walking, and they notice that we don't pay them no mind. So one of the guy with the beer in his hand walks up to me and starts creeping behind me, whistling like, hey girl, hey, like, I like you. Like, I don't even remember what they were saying, but I know it was like really disrespectful stuff. So I'm like, Junior, let's just go. And we grabbed a stick, Junior being my little brother. We grabbed the stick, and we start heading to like somewhere so they can find us. But my sister lived down one of them roads, so we ran to her house to go tell her, you know, we needed help or whatever. She was pregnant, I believe, at the time. So me and my brother were like really scared. He grabs his backpack, and we head over to her house, and we're like, oh my god, hey, we need help. Like, these guys are coming, trying to come at us and get us and stuff like that. And, well, I'm calling the cops. She was like, because that was not the first time that they came at us, but they never really came at us and like tried to grab us. All they done was like whistled and stuff like that. So she was like, okay, well, if they're gonna continue to do it, they're harassing you, so I'm calling the cops. So we did. We called the law, and we waited at her house until they came, and they all went back home, and they seen that we ran to someone's house that was actually there, and the law showed up right away. And they're asking me what did they do and stuff. So I just explained to them. And the police literally tells us, well, there's nothing we can do because they didn't touch you or any of that nature. And I was like, he was walking down the road with a bear and was trying to come at me. He was like, yeah, but they didn't do anything to you, so there's nothing we can do. So with that being said, we were like, okay. They're like, we're going to have a police, and we're going to have him come every day after school and check and make sure that they stay in line and all that kind of stuff. So they did. They had a police that would stand in that road and that stop sign where they lived right in front, was watch us just get over so that they wouldn't say nothing, and they never did. They wouldn't even look our way. So then it happens to be that my brother-in-law talked to them or whatever. So he goes back down there, and he's like, well, hey, I don't want no problems. That is my sister-in-law's family. So y'all need to just keep it together. Y'all need to quit saying stuff to him. Leave him alone. She's only 11 years old. Y'all don't need to be talking to her. She done call the cops. I don't think I want to get in trouble. And then we ended up leaving, but them guys used to harass us every day. Literally, me and my brother, like, I remember telling my mom and crying and telling her, like, Mom, I'm scared, I don't want to go through there anymore. They're like coming at me. I was afraid that they would grab me, and like all of them, you know, they would take me and my brother and like rape me, or like, you know, I don't know, take me somewheres or something. You know, I was much younger, so I would tell her all the time, and she goes, well, just don't look at them. All my mom would say was like, just don't look at them, don't talk to them, and if they say something, you keep walking. That's all she said, which was, to me, I still didn't feel secured. So it literally had to cross the point where they were trying. I mean, he was literally behind me, like I can hear him. So that's when I looked back and I seen that he was like right behind me, and me and my brother just ran. I'm like, let's go. And I grabbed my brother and we ran. He was scared. He was a lot younger, and like I said, like I don't know them. They were Spanish, and they would speak in Spanish and stuff, so I don't know what their intentions were. I don't know, but I know they didn't last there long. I don't know, they went back home. I don't know, they moved out, got kicked out, I don't know. But that was my little story time of when I almost got kidnapped. Like, I was scared. Like, I now I ask myself, like, what would have happened if I would have not ran for help? Would they have caught me? Would he had just pretended to scare me? I don't know. Was he just scaring me? Was he gonna come towards me? Was he gonna hit me? Because they were always drunk. I don't know if they were drunk, high, but I know for sure there was beer in their hands every time I drove by. And their house was right on the avenue where we walked, and we walked down the back way, so there was always like barely any cars down the back roads. So, and we were like, when we first moved in where my mom was living at, we were like probably only 5 children, including me and my brother, that would walk the back roads, because everything back then was dirt roads and stuff where we lived. There were dirt roads, so there wasn't a lot of children. Everybody who lived back where we lived, everybody who lived over there was basically like elderly couples who had no children. So literally me and my brother and then 3 other children were the only ones that would walk that far to our bus stops. And it was really scary. I was really paranoid. Like, I used to hate going to school, until like I told the cop that I was like, I don't want to go to school anymore. If my mom gets in trouble, I'm gonna tell them why this is going on, because I will go to court. And I was like, and I am gonna tell them. So then he's like, the cop was like, no, don't get scared, but literally there's nothing I can do about it, because the guy didn't come at you. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna watch you and make sure they don't say anything and all that, but you have to go to school. So, you know, I started, whatever, we went back to school. I was hoping that I would ride a police car or something to school, you know. I hate walking to school. And the crazy part was, this is my road. The next road, the bus came and picked them up. That's how far I lived from the freaking school. But I didn't live within the mileage so they can pick us up. I hated that part. I lived on this road, in this road. All the kids from there would come get picked up in the bus. Story of my luck, just my luck. Just my luck. But thankfully I'm here now filming this video, being able to tell you guys what happened to me, and tell your kids to be safe. And when they tell you something, believe them. I don't know if my mom didn't believe me at the time, if she thought I was just so dramatic or what, but it did happen. But thankfully it was controlled. It all came to an ending. And there's a lot of times that stuff like this does not come to an ending, and we have all these tragedies that happened. So if you are a mother out there and you do have a child, please listen to your child. Please try to do your hardest. I know sometimes it's hard. I know sometimes you have to go to work and do all this stuff, but if your child is telling you something, listen to them, because there's a reason why the child is telling you what they have to say. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it. Now I think back and it's like, oh my god, it's so funny how I was like so scared and stuff. But like I said, I always ask myself, that question is always in the back of my head. What if I wouldn't have ran? If we would not have ran, if we had stayed in that sidewalk, what would he had done to us? You know, kidnapped us, raped us, took us, me and my brother, you know, but he was smaller. So I'm really blessed to be where I am now and have the stuff that I have now, and all the stuff that I went through was a test from God, and now I've learned from it all. So thank God nothing happened. So yeah guys, so with that being said, just let me know in the comments down below if you like these kind of videos. I can do a lot. I have a lot of funny stories, scary stories, all kind of stories. So just let me know down below if this is something that you're interested in, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned because I do monthly giveaways on my Ipsy bags and stuff like that. So if you like that kind of stuff, you always will have a giveaway on this channel. So just like I said, subscribe and you will be entered. No sharing Facebook pictures and all that stuff, following me here, no. All you have to do is be a loyal subscriber to be able to win a monthly giveaway bag, and that's it. So you guys stay tuned, be safe, I love you, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.